I think everyone can see the paint, right? Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Now, constant volume process. First, I will discuss. Just I will revise. Constant volume process. Okay. So PV and TS diagrams I am going to draw. Let us P, V, and TS for different process. TS. Right. So how to? Let me clear this. Okay. Control Z. T. Yes, right. So as the name implies, it is a constant volume process. Therefore, for constant volume process in PV diagram, it will be a, how to draw constant volume? It will be a vertical line. Yes or no? Right. For constant volume process in PV
Yes, sir.
diagram, it is a vertical line. Therefore, V1 is equals to V2. If any doubt, please ask me. Very, very important to solve the problem. In TS diagram, I can't represent volume. Therefore, it will be a curve. This is V is equals to constant. V is equals to constant. Okay. Next, constant pressure process. Constant pressure process, right? In PV diagram, it will be a horizontal line. In TS diagram, again, it will be a curve. So both constant pressure and constant volume lines will be a curve in TS diagram. The difference is constant volume is more steeper. Constant volume is more steeper compared to the constant pressure. Any doubt till here? Please tell me. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. This
Yes,
is right. Constant. Next process is constant temperature process. Constant temperature process, right? So in TS diagram, I can locate it easily because it is T versus S. It will
Sir,
be
your
a
voice is
horizontal line, right now. So where T is equals to common T2.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir. You're unable to understand what you are telling.
Now maybe here
Now,
net is slow.
Yes,
Let
sir. It's
me
clear, sir. Clear.
1 second. Is it is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, constant third process is constant temperature process. In TS diagram, it is represented by a horizontal line, whereas coming to in PV diagram, so it will be a curve. Right now, so this is T is equals to constant. This is P is equals to constant, and this is V is equals to constant. Okay. Next, fourth process is constant entropy process. Constant entropy. Constant entropy process. In TS diagram, entropy constant means it is a vertical line. It is a vertical line. So therefore, S1 is equals to S2. S1 is equals to S2. And in PV diagram, it will be a curve like this, where S is equals to constant. This is the isentropic, or it is also called as adiabatic. So the governing equation is PV power gamma is equals to constant. Here V is equals to constant, and here P is equals to constant, and here T is equals to constant. Clear? 4 processes. Very, very important. If you have any doubt, please ask me. If you have any doubt, please ask me. If it is clear, then I will go to the constant volume process. work done and heat flow during constant volume process? Respond me.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Tell me. Tell me.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Right. Now, first process is constant volume process. Constant volume process. Okay. So we are going to discuss heat and work interactions for all the four processes. Heat and work interaction for all four processes, right? So usually in order to attain constant volume process, okay, so we should consider a closed piston cylinder. Right. Now, so constant volume process means it is a change in a state of a system, a change in a state of a system at constant volume, right? Now that is a constant volume. So the other name for this one is it is a isochoric process. Constant volume process is also known as isochoric process. So how to attain a constant volume process, right? So it results when the gas is heated or cooled in a closed space. If you heat the gas or if you cool the gas in a closed space, then we can say that the volume is constant. Let us consider a piston cylinder and it is closed, nothing but it is a sealed cylinder, right? So therefore the volume will remains constant, the volume inside the system, right? So this is the volume available, this volume always constant. Okay, suppose if you add heat to the system, if you add heat to the system, if you add heat, what will happen? Pressure will increase, temperature will also increase. And in the same way, if you cool the gas by removing the heat, pressure and temperature both will decrease. Let us assume initially the system is at state 1. Initially the system is at state 1, and by adding the heat into the system, so what happens to the pressure? Pressure is increased from P1 to P2. The pressure is increased P1 to P2, and if you see in TS diagram, the temperature is also increased from T1 to T2, because by adding the heat, by keeping the volume constant, pressure and temperature both will increase. In the same way, by rejecting the heat, nothing but by removing the heat from the system, if you cool the system, nothing but if you reject the heat, what happen? Both pressure and temperature will decrease. You can see state 1 to 2 dash, the pressure is decreased. In the same way, 1 to 2, the pressure is increased. If you add heat to the system, both pressure and temperature will increase. If you remove heat from the system, both pressure and temperature will decrease, right? Again, sign convention you already remembered. Heat addition is always positive, heat rejection is always negative, right? Now this is the theory about the constant volume process. Now we will work out how to get work done in case of constant volume process. So from first law of thermodynamics, we know dou Q minus dou W is equals to du. From first law of thermodynamics, we know dou Q minus dou W equal to du. Can you see the plane? Dou Q minus dou W, it is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Right now. Again, for non-flow process, dou W is equals to, can anyone tell me? For non-flow process or for closed system?
Explain again, sir.
Yes. From first law of thermodynamics, from first law, we know dou Q minus dou W equal to du. Right now? Again, for non-flow process, because it is a closed system, for a closed system,
Yes, sir.
it's troubling today. For non-flow process, what is dou W? Tell me anyone. How to calculate dou W? For non-flow process, dou W equal to? Displacement
Dou
work I'm asking. Displacement work I'm asking. Dou W.
Dou W equal to dou U minus dou Q.
minus dou Q.
No. No one is going through the videos. No one is listening the class.
Dou U plus dou Q,
Dou
sir.
U plus dou Q, sir.
No. I'm asking displacement work. Everybody just
Sure.
attending the class and leaving the class. After that, no one is going through what we are discussing. How to calculate displacement work?
PdV.
Then
PdV.
displacement work equal to P into D into T. Right? So constant volume process means constant volume, which implies V1 is equals to V2. Constant volume process, V1 is equals to V2. Yes or no? Right? When V1 equal to V2, what about dV? dV is equals to
0.
when volume is constant, which implies V1 initial volume equal to final volume. Therefore, change in the volume will be 0. When when dV is equals to 0, what about dou W?
0.
0. Dou W is also 0. Therefore, first law of thermodynamics can be changed to dou Q is equals to du. Agree? Since dou W is equals to 0. Since dou W is equals to 0. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? Means for constant volume process, work done is equal to 0. Right? So because their volume is always constant, work done is 0 for constant volume process, and heat flow is equals to du. Dou Q is equals to du. Okay, again, how to dou Q means what? Dou Q is equals to, for constant volume, M into CV into T2 minus T1, heat addition. Agree? Heat addition at constant volume, M into CV into T2 minus T1. This can also be written as M into CV into DT. Please ask me if you have any doubt in any step. Very, very important. Among 4 derivations, 1 derivation will come for essay in final exam. Heat and work interaction for any one of the process. Can I write dou Q equal to M into CV into T2 minus T1 because it is taking place at constant volume. Therefore, I am taking, what is CV? Tell me anyone, what is CV? CV stands for
Specific heat at constant volume.
specific heat at constant volume. Can anyone define? Already discussed. Specific heat at constant volume.
So the amount of heat required to increase the temperature by 1 degree at a constant volume.
Very good, very good, right? So specific heat at constant volume can be defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of mass by 1 degree centigrade when it is taking place at constant volume, right? So therefore, dou Q is equals to, dou Q can be written as M into CV into DT, right? Now per unit mass, I can write dou Q, small letter will come, is equals to CV into DT per unit mass. Since Q is equals to Q by M, unit mass, specific. Usually here the units are in kilojoule. Here the units are in kilojoules per kg. Here the units are in kilojoules per kg. Agree? Please reply.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
from
Yes,
this,
sir.
right, from this I can write CV is equals to dou Q by dt. So therefore, specific heat at constant volume can also be defined as the change of heat, the rate of change of heat with respect to temperature. Specific heat at constant volume can also be defined as the rate of change of heat with respect to temperature. So this is the constant volume process. You can see here. So for constant volume process, V1 is equals to V2. Once V1 is equals to V2, what will happen? Dou W is equals to 0. When in the absence of work done, dou Q will become du. In the absence of work done, dou Q will become du. What does it mean? The heat added during constant volume process is used to increase the internal energy of the system. Usually the heat added will be used to the work done. In the absence of work done, so the heat supplied will be used to increase the internal energy of the system. In the absence of work done, the heat supplied to the system is used to increase the internal energy of the system. During the constant volume process, it is used to increase the internal energy of the system. Therefore, du is equals to dou Q. du is equals to dou Q, that is equals to mCV into dt. Therefore, I can define Cv is equals to du by dt. Cv is equals to du by dt. So therefore, accordingly, specific heat at constant volume may be defined as the rate of change of specific internal energy with respect to change of temperature. The rate of change of specific internal energy. You can see, sorry, this is also written as du by dt. Dou Q is nothing but du for constant volume process, agree? For constant volume process, dou Q is equals to du, right? Here u is equal to small u, because per unit mass we are taking. So small u is equals to u by m, right? So specific heat at constant volume can be defined in other way. So the rate of change of specific internal energy with respect to the temperature. Clear this one, constant volume process? You should remember two things for constant volume process. For constant volume process, work done is equals to 0. That is the one thing you should remember. And second one, in the absence of work done, heat supplied is used to increase the internal energy. Dou Q is used to increase the internal energy. Dou Q is equals to du in the absence of work done. And therefore, dou Q is equals to Cv into dt. Therefore, Cv I can written as du by dt. Therefore, the rate of change of specific internal energy, specific means per unit mass, with respect to the change of temperature is always constant. That is called specific heat at constant volume. Now coming to the second process, constant pressure process. The other name for constant pressure process is isobaric process. Here P is equals to constant. How to attain this system? So by maintaining dead weights over the piston, right? So let us consider a piston cylinder. Then the piston is loaded with constant weights. So that what will happen? Whenever heat added to the system, so there will be change in the pressure, volume, and temperature. Due to the dead weights, what will happen? The piston will be moved through a there will be small displacement due to the addition of the heat. So because of the dead weights, what will happen? The pressure will remains constant. The pressure will remains constant. Again, that will be under equilibrium condition because of the dead weights. So when the heat is supplied to a system, temperature and volume will increase and piston will be moved upward direction. So because of the dead weights, it will pass through the equilibrium states and by maintaining its pressure constant. Therefore, constant pressure can be attained. By adding the heat, what will happen? Volume will be increased. By removing the heat, volume will be decreased. By adding the heat, volume will be increased because of increasing the temperature. By rejecting the heat, so volume will be decreased, but pressure will remains constant, right? Because of the dead weights, we are maintaining the pressure constant. That is important. So if you remove the heat, what will happen? The piston will be moved downward direction, but due to the weight of the dead weights, the pressure will maintain constant. Maybe the volume is decreasing, but pressure will remains constant. The pressure will remains constant. Okay. And now I will explain heat transfer and work done for constant pressure process. constant pressure process. So PV diagram and TS diagram. For each thing you need to draw. While deriving, you should draw PV and TS diagram, whatever the process may be. So for constant pressure, PV diagram is a horizontal line. Let us say this is state 1, state 2, and constant pressure TS diagram, state 1, state 2. See, if you add heat, the volume is increased. If you add heat, what happens to temperature? Temperature is also increased, right? So this is the PV and TS diagram for constant pressure process. According to first law, we know, according to first law, dou Q minus dou W is equals to du. Dou Q minus dou W equal to du. So when from equation of state, P is equals to constant for constant pressure process. For constant pressure process. So from equation of state, we know PV is equals to RT. When P is equals to constant, I can say V by T is equals to constant, which implies V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2. So far, is it is clear? For constant,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, V1 by T1 is equals to V2 by T2, right? And for non-flow process, because it is closed system, for non-flow process, so I am discussing 4 processes for non-flow systems. Then after that, I will discuss for the flow processes. Means these are all for closed system. Next, later on, we discussed heat and work interaction for open system. That is for flow process also. Okay. For non-flow process, work done is equals to, that is displacement work, P into dV. For non-flow process, dou W equal to P into dV, right? And from this, work done is equals to
Sir, your voice is not coming, sir.
Sorry?
Your voice was not coming, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir. Now it is coming.
Right. Integral P dV. So V by T is equals to constant. Right now, this is for constant pressure process, right? So
yes, sir.
Yeah, P is equals to constant. 1 second. The volume is increasing from V1 to V2. So V1 to V2, where P is constant, I can write outside the integration, and integral dV with limits V1 to V2, right? So that is equals to P integral dV is V in the limits V1 to V2. So that is equals to P into V2 minus V2 minus V1, right? So this is the work done in case of constant pressure process. Therefore, dou Q is equals to, for constant pressure process, M into Cp into T2 minus T1. So I can also written as M into Cp into
T2 minus T1.
T2 minus T1.
Yes, sir.
Right. For
change in temperature, yes, sir.
For unit mass, for specific mass or for unit mass, I can write dou Q is equals to Cp into dt. Agree?
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Right. Now, we calculated work done, that is P into V2 minus V1. Substitute this value in first law. So what you will get? Dou Q
minus
dou W. P into
V2 minus V1.
V1 is equals to du.
Du.
Du, not du, du.
Du. Sir, dou Q value is also there, na, sir?
1 second, it's gone. So we got dou W is equals to P into V2 minus V1.
P1
Okay. And dou Q
is
minus
equals to
dou Q
M.
minus 1 second. P into, I will write V2 minus V1 is equals to
DW.
DU.
DU.
So dou Q can be written as M into Cp into
T2 minus T1.
T2 minus T1, right? M into, or else we will write as this.
DT.
No, I'll write as this. 1 second. Right, dou Q minus PV2 plus PV1. So DU can written as 2 minus U1. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Dou Q is equals to, if I write right side, PV2
U2 plus PV1
1 second,
minus
minus PV1 plus
by.
plus U2 minus U1.
Okay, okay.
Again. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is equals to U2 plus PV2. U2 plus PV2 minus
U1.
U1 plus PV1.
Yes, sir.
Right now? So
Yes,
I can
sir.
write, this is constant pressure process, right? P is equals to constant, which implies P1 is equals to P2. Means I can write P2 V2 here,
Yes, sir.
here, right? Now what is U here? What is U here? U is equals to internal energy. Agree?
Yes,
U is
sir.
equals to internal energy, and P is equals to pressure, V is equals to volume. The
Yes,
sum of internal energy and product of pressure and volume is called enthalpy.
Yes,
Enthalpy,
sir.
new term. Enthalpy can be defined as the sum of internal energy and product of pressure and volume is called enthalpy. Therefore, dou Q can written as this is H2 minus H1. Yes or no? Dou
Yes,
Q
sir.
can H2 minus H1. Now I am writing dou Q is equals to M into Cp into dt is equals to H2 minus H1.
H1.
Okay. For unit mass,
DT equal to.
for unit mass, Cp into dt is equals to small h2 minus h1. What is small h? Small h is nothing but specific
Normal.
enthalpy.
Yes, sir.
Specific enthalpy. Small h is nothing but specific enthalpy. So therefore here I can define Cp is equals to dh. dh2 minus h1 can written as dh by
DH.
d. So what is Cp? Cp is called specific heat at constant pressure. Usually
Yes, sir.
specific heat at constant pressure can be defined as the amount of heat required to raise a temperature of unit mass by 1 degree centigrade.
Yes,
So the
sir.
other way of defining is the rate of change of specific enthalpy with respect to the change of temperature is always constant. That is called specific heat at constant pressure. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right? So the basic equation is dou Q minus dou W is equals to du. That is one equation. Right? Again, work done is equals to integral PdV. From these two equations, we are going to derive heat and work interaction for all 4 processes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Now tell me, what is work done in case of constant volume process? Work done during constant volume process. Hello. Work done during zero. And work done during constant pressure process? Work done during constant pressure process.
PdV.
P into V2 minus V1.
V1.
Right?
Yes, sir.
From constant volume process, we can define specific heat at constant volume. CV is equals to du by dt. And from constant pressure process, we find Cp is equals to dH by dt. Right?
Yes, sir.
Since you know Cp and Cv, we can find relation between them, right? So as we know, Cp minus Cv is equals to gas constant, and Cp by Cv is equals to adiabatic index. Yes or no? This is
Yes,
the
sir.
relation between specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume, where R also can be written as R naught by M, where R naught is equals to universal gas constant. That value will be 8.314 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Right. This is a constant pressure process. So this is what we derived. So dou W equal to PdV. So W122 is equals to P into V2 minus V1. If you substitute in Q, dou W plus du. So U2 plus P2 V2, U1 plus P1 V1. The sum of internal energy and product of pressure and volume is nothing but enthalpy. Okay.
H2
So
minus H1. Yes, sir.
next one. So sum of pressure and product of pressure and volume. Okay. So after now H2 minus H1 is equals to M into Cp into T2 minus T1. Therefore, we define Cp equal to dH by dt. Okay. So therefore, Cp can be defined as specific heat at constant pressure may be defined as the rate of change of specific enthalpy with respect to change of temperature when the process is carried out at constant pressure. Okay. So with this, I'll stop today. Now I'll ask something. Right. Yesterday I posted one assignment.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday I posted one assignment. How many of you gone through that?